Yeah, what it dang dizzily do? I am Zachary D, that Palsy Papa, and this is the Daily Decompression. How you doing? We're gonna play a little bit of TFT today. You guys have unfortunately missed the first carousel and the first two creep rounds because for whatever reason, I decided to put the game on windowed mode, even though your boy literally never plays this game on windowed mode. It's a very strange reality. Um, I don't know that I'm particularly fond of how that started, but you got to keep pushing sometimes. You got to keep pushing sometimes. So, this is going to be a video that I could not have told you that I was going to make. Um, it's not a video that I particularly planned to make, but it is important for my viewers to know. So, what is today's topic? Today's topic is the fact that you might not get the ending to something that you want. And the catalyst for this topic is something that I swore this channel wasn't about and isn't about in a lot of senses, or in every sense of the word, but it is in regard to the election coverage. As you know, on Tuesday I streamed for a couple of hours as I normally would go about doing. And during that couple of hours stream, we did not talk about the election. It was not the goal to talk about the election. I had no intent to talk about the election, and we did not talk about it. However, because I don't like to bury my head in the sand, after I signed off on uh, Tuesday, I recorded the video that was released yesterday. And then proceeded to watch some of the election coverage, thinking incorrectly that by that point, they would have an answer. I would know who the next president of the US of A is. And turns out I was woefully incorrect. Every broadcaster that I watched, and every broadcaster really, had to sign off early into Wednesday morning, not getting that payoff ending that I'm sure they were looking for. And that's kind of it is my entire point for the video today, because you absolutely might not get the ending to something that you want. You're going to get an ending. There's no way around it. You're absolutely going to get an ending, but it might not be the ending to the thing that you want. And if you watch Tuesday's live stream, you'll notice that I didn't get the ending to the stream that I even wanted. And we weren't waiting for some kind of payoff of any sort. We weren't waiting for any kind of election payoff or anything like that. That's not our bag. So, but you will notice that I did knock the camera off of my monitor where it sits for every video. I last last scene of the stream, I knocked the camera completely off the monitor and ultimately had to cut the stream looking at the backside of my monitor, aka uh, my desk. Certainly, I had no choice. It is what it is. There was no way around it. It just happened, and I wasn't gonna spend the next little bit of the stream kind of trying to trying to make that right. So I just cut it. I didn't get the ending that I wanted, but I did end up cutting the stream there, knowing full and completely well that I didn't get the ending that I wanted. I still cut it because for me, and this is the lesson of the video, it shouldn't be about the ending for almost anything. There there are going to be times in your life you can't control how a thing turns out, but you absolutely can control how a thing goes. Can control the journey. So, and I know it sounds cliche. I know it does. But a lot of times, this is way more about the journey than it is about the end result, the conclusion. And I'm not a big fan of overblown cliches. I'm not here to tell you that I'm particularly happy with that end result. However, I know, you know, and we all know that um, we had a pretty productive. If you were watching the stream, we had a pretty productive stream on Tuesday. I mean, sure, are there things that I would go back and change if I absolutely could? Sure, why not? I think anybody who looks at something and says, "There's nothing I would change. It went as well as it could," might not be um, super objective in that moment. I am looking for some pieces. I don't really know what I'm looking for. Ain't that though? That maybe. I'm trying to build a fairly strong sharpshooter comp right now, and just kind of see what happens with the sharpshooter situation. I don't know how strong sharpshooters are in this patch. Um, I'm hoping that I can pull off enough to stabilize a win. But if I don't, this kind of makes my point. So, how do you focus on the journey and not just um, the end result? How do you make an effort to not be so end result focused? Okay, that's a stronger Vanguard than everybody. Okay, cool. And it gives me Dusk. That's a big power spike. Nice job. Nice job. We pulled out a win there. Another sharpshooter. I'm looking. There we go. There's the 2-star song. All right, cool. It should be good to go. Should be okay right now. All right. So now that I've spent some time building up a decent comp, and I think I still win here. That Nami bubble's disgusting though. So you've got to make sure that you enjoy the process. You got to make sure that you are enjoying what it is that you are doing if you don't want to be so incredibly focused on the end result. I'll go ahead and put a Titans on Jinx. I think it's an okay defensive item for this position. But you got to make sure that you're enjoying what you're doing. Like right now, I'm playing some team fight tactics and I'm enjoying the game. If I can get a top 4, get one of those sweet, sweet dubs, then that's cool. That's awesome. I'm happy about it. But if I don't, then guess what? I had fun playing the game and I'll try again next time. So you got to make sure that you're enjoying the process. Now, might there be steps in the process that you don't enjoy? Yeah, sure. There are things about making daily content that I don't particularly enjoy given my schedule. And most of that is scheduling the daily content. Um, because I have to take the time to record these videos and all of that. Once I turn the camera on and I get rolling, this is probably one of the highlights of my day is recording these videos for you guys. And boy, howdy, do I love to go live. If I had the time to go live every day, I certainly would. I don't think I am ready for that just yet, but I do think that it is something I could certainly work toward at um, some point in the future, whereby I actually get to go live every day. I have every sharpshooter that I want, so that's cool. Let's see if I can. Maybe Titans wasn't the answer on her. They're not stacking. Not stacking very hard. Okay, okay. Get rid of Heckram. I was trying to get above 30 gold there for you guys who don't know what was happening with that play. We're gonna go ahead and put Timo in here. Let's see what I roll. I want a Shiv to put on Vayne. That would be cool. Which means I need a bow, by the way, in case you didn't know what that Looks like, oh, there's the bow. Okay. Go ahead and show that one. Give that. Sunfire Cape Thresh. And there we go. Now I need to win to get back to 40 gold so I get that interest. So you got to enjoy the process. You have to overall enjoy what it is that you're doing. And if you don't enjoy what it is that you're doing and it's not an obligation, you should probably look at, is there a different way I can do it? Is there a way that I can play this that makes me enjoy it? What don't I enjoy about it? And you've got to be willing to evaluate that part of the process. Now, the other thing that you have to make sure of is that your motivation for doing a thing is not end result focused. Again, using this channel as an example, I would absolutely love to hit the 1,000 subscriber mark, get my watch time hours, and set it up so that I can get monetized. But me releasing daily content is not purely end goal focused. It is process focused. My goal is to put out better videos week after week, day after day, and give the best product that I can. I don't have any sort of delusion that says that I should be end goal focused like that. I don't know if soft runner was the answer there, but I certainly did it. But your motivation should be such that you are process focused, product focused, and not end result focused in its entirety. Wow, that smacked me. Feels bad. So what does that look like? What does that look like for most things that you do? You're enjoying the steps that you do. The next thing is, are you putting together, are you putting the most effort that you can into the processes? Are you putting the most effort that you can into the steps that are part of the process? Are you honing the skills necessary for the steps of the process? Is that a thing that you're doing? And if not, probably should be. Because sometimes, again, things come up that make the end goal something that you cannot control. I thought I had a belt. Feels bad. Either way. It makes the end goal something that you can't control. Or the end. And this can be related back to your disability. For those of us who watch this channel that have disabilities and know somebody with disabilities, a lot of times folks are focused on this idea of, well, my goal is to get better, to lessen my symptoms, to quote unquote get over my disability. And let me be the first to tell you that sometimes getting over your disability is 100% not an option. I will never get over having cerebral palsy. And to be frank about it, probably that has been my biggest demotivator in in well, that Vigar smacked me in not doing the physical therapy that I should. And I'm wrong for that. Just so we're 100% clear. I am wrong for that. There's nothing um that should not stop me. And it's again a classic example of your boy Zachary Dizzle not taking the advice he is spewing out of his face hole. See if we can find another Vanguard. Probably should have gone Brawler. What item did I get? Money. Ooh, ooh, ooh. I'm just looking for some upgrades to my units. See what we can't get done here. Nice job. Nice play, nice play. If I could get 2 spats, that'd be lit. Um, but I think that being too end goal focused ha- has resulted in me not doing the physical therapy that I should because not I end up not doing it because the process is hard. So I haven't gotten to a point yet that I enjoy the stretch or that I enjoy the um, the feeling of being nice and limber. And I'm too focused on, well, if I do that, I'm gonna get more balance. And if I don't get the immediate result that I want, then I end up not doing it. And that's honestly pretty sad because I'm on this video right now giving you advice that I'm not taking. And maybe I'm saying that out loud so I can finally suck it up and get it together and do my thing. At least I hope so. I certainly do hope that is a uh, result of me making these videos. I I have a lot of I have a lot of things that would be easier in my life if I would just commit to the physical therapy. But I don't enjoy the process. I don't I don't put the effort into the steps. I don't take the other advice that I have. So what am I ultimately saying to my folks out there with the disabilities. What I'm saying is that sometimes you're not going to feel like the process because you're not getting the end results that you would like. Sometimes it's just not going to be a thing. Push through. Push through the process, because if you don't get the end result that you want immediately, you might find, um, honestly, that you end up getting the end result that you want eventually. Um, One of these days, I am going to have a perfect stream that I can shut the camera off and go, that was awesome. And it's going to have nothing to do with the amount of viewers. It's going to have nothing to do with the um the amount of likes or anything like that. It's just going to have to do with, I'm happy with that from start to finish. I'm 100% happy with how that turned out from start to finish. And eventually I will get there. There's no doubt in my mind that I'm going to turn off this camera, one live stream, and get to say, that stream was awesome. Or, and I've had a couple of videos like that. If I'm honest, I've already had a couple of videos where I said, that video was great. And I'm ultimately very, very happy with the end product. Sorry I paused there. I can hear Cecilia sort of crying in her room, and it's early like whoa in the morning. Um, she probably woke up from a bad dream or something like that. Um, Not really much I can do about that particular thing at the moment, unfortunately. Looking for another. I shouldn't be though. I was looking for another Yumi, but I don't think I should be. Um, but one of these days I'll get there, and it's not going to be every time. I I'm going to find things throughout the process that I wish I would have done differently, or could have done differently, or maybe should have done differently. But ultimately, I'm going to find that end result. So if you keep pushing through the process and you're enjoying the thing that's happening, you're not, you don't hate it, but you're enjoying the thing that's happening, then you're going to find a situation whereby you can say that was a good thing start to finish. At the same time, you should be learning from the process. You should be you should be learning and improving every time you do something. If you are improving, then ultimately that's a goal achieved. That is that is what you should be striving for. That's a goal achieved. That's a great um just a 2-star Yumi. Neat. And the 2-star Jin. Cool. Awesome. Should get me a solid fourth. Oh, man. At 1 HP. See, I didn't get the result I wanted. 1 HP. Feels bad, man. Do I win this one? Let's see. Yeah, I think I do. There's a lot of damage going out. That Yumi's never ulting, though. Honestly, you pick Yumi for the ult. Oh, man. That's rough. Okay, we're going to look for something else. Replace the Yumi with. Two-star Yumi, though. I don't know. Feel like I don't have any front line. Ugh. I might not make fourth this time, boys and girls. Do I make it right here? Is that a... All right, that's fourth. Top 4, baby. I barely made it, though. Oh, she woke up while I'm on video, recording, doing things, and brushing it. Well, everybody, that's my kid back here. Where I can't really show you guys, but I am see, and this is my point. I didn't get the end result I wanted because I wanted a video free of distractions, interruptions, and here we are. But hey, come back here. You can't just be in my video and then leave. Yeah, y'all just left. But I didn't get the end result I wanted, and now y'all are staring at the my thumb as I reset my camera. But it's funny that happened because it kind of makes my point. Sometimes you don't get the end result of the product that you want. But I love my kiddo, and I don't get to see my kiddo very often. So seeing my kiddo in the middle of the night is not the worst thing in the world. It's not bad at all. So interestingly that makes my point. Oh wow, I got top 2. Yo. I don't think I beat this guy though. Not as many times as it's gonna take to win, but I did get top 2, which is cool. That's kind of OP. No. All right, boys and girls. That's the second place, which is pretty big for a game that ultimately I didn't think I was going to get the end result that I wanted. That is pretty big. Does that put me back in gold 3? Yeah, it does put me back in gold 3. Yeah. Gold 3 6 LP. Your boy's back in gold 3 on the TFT. I thank you guys for watching. Enjoy the process, not just the end result, because sometimes you're gonna have things that are outside your control, and ultimately leave you with the with the with an end result that you don't want. Would this video have been better without my kid interrupting? Maybe, but I love my kiddo, so seeing my kiddo always makes me happy. I definitely appreciate you guys for watching. Oh, see, and here we go again. I went to adjust the camera because I didn't like how it looked with the light, and now you guys are staring at the back of my monitor again because I'm goofy and knocked it off. That's what I get for trying to move it and show you guys my kid. Exactly my point. Point made. I loved everything about this video. The ending is not what I wanted, but I think it's very poetic that the topic of this video is end-capped like this. You can't see me, but I'm doing the finger guns right now. As always, don't be tripping, because I'm still crippin'. See you guys tomorrow.